The last chapter. Margaret and Thomas had been married for 54 years in a small coastal town in Maine. Their life was filled with routines. Morning coffee on the porch, evening walks by the water, Sunday dinners with the family. To outsiders, they were the picture of a lasting marriage. It was on a quiet winter afternoon, while sorting through old letters in the attic, that Margaret found them. A small bundle of envelopes tied with a faded ribbon. They weren't hers. The handwriting was delicate, the words intimate. They told the story of a love Thomas had shared with someone else decades ago. Her heart ached, but she didn't confront him immediately. A week later, while Thomas was searching for a photo album in the same attic, he found a small box hidden behind a stack of quilts. Inside were photographs and notes from a man Margaret had once loved, long before she and Thomas had grown old together. That evening, they sat in silence at the kitchen table. No shouting, no accusations, just the heavy air of two people realizing they had both carried secret histories. Finally, Thomas broke the silence. "We were young once, and foolish, but we're not those people anymore." Margaret looked at him, her eyes soft but tired. "We still chose each other, Tom, every day since." They didn't speak of it again. Instead, they carried on. Cooking together, tending the garden, holding hands on their evening walks. The pain didn't vanish, but it became part of the fabric of their life, woven in with the joy, the laughter, and the shared decades of love. Years later, as Thomas lay in a hospital bed, Margaret sat beside him, her hand resting in his. "We had our storms," she whispered, "but we always found our way home." Thomas smiled faintly. Always. When Margaret passed just months after him, their children buried them side by side. Two imperfect people who had, despite everything, built a life that endured until the very last breath.